last item pilot, it's some difficulties pilot on Monday. No, the last item pilot. No, no. 102. It's on Monday. Second one, I will come. But the government has filed a petition. I can mention for voting.
Item number 69, David. As per the instruction of the commissioner, we want to withdraw the. Yes. I do not know. M. Borua.
The content application. The content application matters. As of the to notice returnable in 4 weeks. Miss Yudas, who accept notice? How charges notice? Contempt. Accept, within 2 days. This is the matter of the 4 weeks. Well, I'm confused. Yes, let us see. Right. Ms. B. Bora, Land Council for the Health and Family Welfare Department has submitted a letter dated 19. No, it's 10/6/25, issued by the Joint Secretary of the Government of Assam Health and Family Welfare Department, which is to the effect that the sanction and proposal for payment of the petitioner's dues has been sent to the Finance Department on 3/6/2025 with the FS number FS-FW-2025-26-408. Who is the Finance Department of party here? Who? Where's the finance? With the BOO, with the BOO, it shall obtain instructions with regard to the status of the proposal set by the Health and Family Welfare Department by the next date. This is the matter. Sometime after the gate. Yes. This is the matter on riveting. Lordship on last occasion, Pune authorities were supposed to file their PDPT. Where is the finance department? They're not here. We'll have to call the officers if they're not attending. Please tell them, please tell the council to appear for the final day. If they do not appear, we'll have to ask the officers to come and appear in court. They have to be represented. See, the case earlier to this also was to be heard by the finance department. And we have got no choice. We have to call the officers to explain. After some time, tell them to come. Otherwise, next, if they don't come in next case, I'm going to call them. Huh? The exactly once the transfer transformer that is being replaced, the transformer is being installed. Let us keep that process will be completed within the Mr. K. Mira learned counsel for the petitioner. Submits that the petitioner has requested for installation of a transformer at Site 4 Part 1 of Qatar district. And in this regard, a representation dated 17/5/2025 has been submitted. Huh? That is the last order. And Mr. P. Chaudhary, learned counsel for the APDC, submits that the subdivisional engineer, filter electrical subdivision that to A, APDCS, CAR, filter. As written, the letter dated, letter number SESD dash Roman 2 slash capital P dash 21 slash 2025 dash 26 slash 119 dated 10/6/2025 to the CEO, Qatar Electrical Circle, APDCL bracket star, filter, which is to the following effect. Mr. P. Chaudhary then counsel for the APDL subject that as per instructions received by him, the transformer would be ready for use or would be installed. Would be installed. The installation of the transformer would be completed by the end of this month. So submit para. The letter dated 10/6/2025 issued by the SDE is made a part of the record and marked as an exchange. In view of the above letter, in view of an exchange, and the submission made by Mr. P. Chaudhary, then asked for the APC. The writ petition stands closed, in as much as there is nothing to adjudicate in the writ petition. You take a photo, of this review. The order is there, the order I put everything. Devoter, what is your name? Huh? P? Your name is P. Ahmed. Who is appearing for the respondent? Huh? I'm appearing for election. You are appearing for respondent, Mr. It's fully on the house. A? K-I-L. A fully. K-U-L-I. K-U-L-I on behalf of Ali. Point number 3. And then Miss, your name. S. Dole on behalf of Senate Council for 2, 4, and 6. Miss Yuda. 5 and 7. One thing, madam, one thing I just want to know. Your mother's name seems to be changing. Your mother's name. Come to page 11. Moimon and 618. Moimon Nessa. Correct? Now, come to page 12. Mona Nessa.
They are illiterate people, they can only say their name, but the enumerators, they write their name. So the spellings and all, they keep on changing. But later on, after the death of her husband, she has been mentioned as Deva. Moimona, she,
Then in page 13, her name is Moimon Biwa.
yeah, after the death of her husband, normally it's a said that they are considered, their name is changed to Deva
Okay.
after the death of the husband.
Okay.
This is a normal question.
Okay. Okay. Then Golpara, the SP will look into it. Pass the order.
Of that.
It's first. Then next. So we issue notice. No one appears for the petition. The petitioner herein has paid for payment of his contractual dues for repairing buses amounting to rupees 2,95,356. Issue notice returnable in 4 weeks. Ms. MD Bora accept notice on behalf of one, while Ms. D Jane accept notice on behalf of 3 to 8. What about 2?
Fine.
Mr. A. Chalia appears for respond number 2. This is a matter of the province to enable the response to file the right.
Okay.
We can take that item 3 also. Yes, come. Huh? PWD is the fund. Acha, this PWD is not you. Yes. Okay, okay. Okay, after some time, that must be it. Next. Miss, what is your name?
Jason Fuller.
Miss J. Singh Paul, and counsel for the petition submit the petitioner's contractual dues for installation of biotide project amounting to rupees 39,14,265 have not been paid. Issue notice returnable in 4 weeks. Mr. R. Gowai accepts notice on behalf of 123 others. 1, 2, and 3. Assam Tourism Development and here for 5, I think. While Mr. H. Ali accepts notice on the respondent number 5. Petitioner will take steps for service of notice upon the respondent number 2. By registered 4. By registered post within 2 days. This is the matter of post. To enable the response to further. Okay, right. Right, Mr.
PK Bora.
A. PK Bora. Talking for the petitioner who submits that the petitioner has not been given his interest subsidy in terms of the Northeast Industrial Policy 1997 and the Central Interest Subsidy Scheme 1997. Issue notice returnable in 4 weeks. Mr. A. Gowai accepts notice on behalf of 1, 2, and 3, while Mr. A. Kalita accepts notice on behalf of 4, 5, and 6. 3, 4, 5, and 6. 4, 5, and 6. 4, 5, and 6. This is a matter of the 4 weeks to enable the respondent to file the letter. Yes. Yes. Item 15.
Let's make any password and the time.
I think one method, there was another method. You have issued the data if your house is time to page 44 months. That regarding one of the improvement one of data later, is 44. Something at that fellow on 35. But 35 fellow the director had some problem. He paid for some time by the at 45. Thereafter, they counter 46 fellow, 6 death fellow for that purpose. But without fixing any death fellow, they have issued the attachment order. They have paid 47.
But if you are not going for the meetings, then what to do?
No, one day, my lord, I have only.
And then not only that, your checks have been bouncing also.
No,
here,
that
there.
has been, my lord, deposited. That
Huh?
has been deposited.
Huh?
That isn't deposited.
You might have deposited,
No,
but now,
that is deposited. Total.
how much do you owe right now? How much do you have to pay?
My lord, the entire amount has been deposited. If you also see, my lord.
So as on today, you have got
Paid
no
back to-
dues.
Huh?
Have you got any dues as on today?
Yes, my lord, that they have sold, my lord, that 3 crore 97 lakh. And we have to pay, we have to get, my lord, 1 crore 38 lakh.
That is a different thing.
But
We
paid-
have to
paid
get from
48
you.
Paid 48, my lord. That is they are saying, but 3 crore 97 lakh. And we have said, my lord, we have submitted an application that we ready to pay 50 lakhs within, my lord, June, my lord. And rest, my lord, by installment. And present we are paying, my lord.
Rest by installment meaning what installment? At what rate?
My lord, if people installment, my lord, for 24 installment, they can keep, my lord, they are giving to others, my lord. They are giving to many others.
Tell me, what is the installment rate and at what, how many, within how many period?
2 years, my lord.
And what about within that time, they're going to be so much more.
Within 1 year, my lord, we can take clear. Within 1 year, we check clear. 50 lakhs immediately, my lord, and rest within 1 year. My lord, I have given a letter, my lord, to that. My lord, if you also see, my lord, that page 52. Page 52 one. Yes. The current PF would be paid regularly. 50 lakhs will be paid ad hoc within June for all areas, and for balance, we shall take time, but monthly payment.
How much is the monthly PF you're going to pay?
Well, total, my lord,
Total, every month, what is the amount you're going to pay?
every month, my lord, will be, my lord, about 25 lakhs, I think.
25 lakhs. So if you pay within 2 lakhs, if you pay your dues, what about this within
No,
that 2
current
years?
we shall pay immediately. Current we shall not default, my lord, that we have said. The current PF would be paid regularly. That will be paid regularly, and 50 lakhs will be paid within June, and rest, my lord, in there,
Within?
within a year, my lord, in installments. Monthly. My lord, many, one proposal has been given, my lord, recently, my lord.
Your checks have been bouncing also, that is the problem.
Well, that has we have paid, my lord. There, we have deposited. That your losses must see, my lord, we have deposited the entire amount. At page, at page 39, my lord. Everything has been deposited, my lord.
I think I'm actually for the period. First of all, I like to draw your attention to the document which he has given in number 49. In number 49. We have attached the garden and we have given him the receiver. He is running the garden.
Oh.
So what is the apprehension? I don't understand.
Okay.
As per law, we have attached it and given it to him. So lot to make kindly come to page number 50. This gentleman-
49 or 50, which one? Notice.
First 49.
Notice of attachment.
Notice of attachment.
Ah.
Here what we have said is only that you cannot transfer it to anyone regarded and you cannot mortgage. That's all. And Mr. Shantanu Borgohain, page 50 is general manager. He is running the garden. And you know, he had already given a proposal of 24 installments. Checks were bound. Thereafter, we have a symbolic attachment we have to do. And my lord, the United Kingdom Council is saying, but the document is saying something else. This is what he has proposed. This is what he is proposing. A further discussion will be held and then we'll execute a plan to make the payment accordingly. So the cash is money. And this is not our money, it's the neighbor's money. Correct. 3 crore 97 lakh and interest is there.
Well, they themselves have issued
And-
it.
And Milord, he is running the garden. What is the apprehension? I don't understand. pay the money and will pay tax. That's all.
It's a pay, that is what I'm asking, well, page 44, your loss.
We have not given any third party right or not, we have not gone for auction.
Page 44, well, if I clarify other text that, we are not speaking to auction, well, going for auction. Here, well, they have said that the consideration of a prayer towards the direction of.
No, no, once it has been attacked, where's the question? Why should we interfere?
Well,
You pay the amount.
no, your losses may page 44, well, your losses may see page 44 last line.
They have not challenged the veracity and the attachment, that it is illegal. No, they have challenged the amount demand notice.
Correct. There's no, there's no.
But, well, we are paying, well,
Have there been any anomaly that you don't have to pay this amount? Then also understand it. Then you can approach the department and sort it out.
well, earlier also, well, many gardens have given, well,
There's no question of, any.
He is running the garden.
Yes, if you are running the garden, where's the question of this petition being allowed?
Because they kindly go to this document.
that document is there. That document is there.
And moreover,
That document is there, well, moreover, you know, page 34.
paragraph 12,
That document is page 34, I have an.
Just a minute, let me hear him. Yes.
paragraph 12,
Yes.
the petitioner has stated that he has been paying the salary all along. But the record says something else. Salary, ration,
Everything has been paid.
document says something else.
Everything has been paid.
What is it?
Page 57.
Because it is last column,
Yeah.
where he is regarding the.
Pending PF deposit.
He will do a discussion and sort out a plan.
A further discussion will be held.
Yeah.
This is,
Our discussion was held,
this is a-
24 installments were agreed,
No, no.
6 were bounced.
That is
What were they
prior-
supposed to do? We attached it and gave it to him only, he's only running the garden.
Well, that is prior to that, my lord. Page 44, my lord, they subsequently that you tell it.
you deposit 2 crores. We're
Hello?
thinking about it. You
Hello?
deposit 2 crores.
Kindly issue notice for the minor activity.
Well, your loss is by 50 lakhs this month,
No,
This amount is
Well,
approach an amount which
well,
belongs to the labor.
50 lakhs this month, 50 lakhs next month, my lord. Your losses may keep, my lord, thereafter, insurance.
I'll let you notice them. Right. Mr. Yes,
Okay.
I have a senior counsel for the petition. Said by Mr. M. Sahara. The petitioner is aggrieved with the impugned order of attachment of immovable property dated 30/05/2025. And the impugned notice of attachment dated 30/05/2025. On account of the petitioner not having paid the pending PFU amounting to rupees 3.97 crores. Issue notice, returnable date. How much time? 4 weeks. Mr.
J-Bob.
J. Bora, accept notice on the phone number 2 and 3. Anybody else? While Mr. S.R. Baro appears for his phone number. Keep it. This point number 1. For the chief secretary, for the point number 1. For the point number. What is the direct rate of land acquisition? This is a completely different issue. Hello? Issue notice only to the respondent number 1 to 3. Oh, sir. Next pass. Mr. J. Bora, the topic for the report number 2 is submit that the that the petitioner's estate has already been attacked. And the receiver of the property is the what is the managing director? What is it?
The gentleman,
Is the general manager of the petitioner TSP. Next paragraph. But before that, before notice, Mr. GL Saiwala submit that the petitioner should be allowed to pay the pending PF dues of 3.97 lakh in 4 installments within 1 year. Besides, the petitioner paying the monthly PF dues. Ah, He submits that the petitioner should be allowed to submit rupees 1 crore. 1 crore is it?
50 lakhs this month, 50 lakhs next month.
That means that the petitioner may be allowed to submit 50 lakhs in June and 50 lakhs in July 2020. So thereafter, the petitioner will complete the payment of the pending 3.97 crores within a year with effect from 1st June 2020. This is the matter on. It is by which date the respondent should file the rest. Right. So point number 6. Huh?
But in the NIT was issued, and I have filed tender lot and under work also lot and 50 million.
106 or 106.
All this. And
Who is the other side? So has the new NIT been issued? Huh?
NIT.
Where is that?
NIT Milot University, you can see page 23.
No. After the cancellation of the contract.
No.
So we have to issue notice on this.
Only and then we are so on page NIT Milot to keep this match there. Otherwise, any another case will be.
Let them issue fresh NIT, then you come in. We do not know. You see, nothing has happened. We cannot do something in anticipation of what might happen, what might not happen.
Only kindly see their language, kindly see
Page- page-
only 110
And
only page.
okay, initiate a fresh.
In this minute,
Okay, right. Third, Mr. Here,
break tender.
Learned counsel for the petition. Who submits them? The petitioner was selected for work at serial number 2 and 4. The person to the short notice inviting tender, bracket SNIT, of 2024-25. Dated, what is the date of the SNIT?
Last below. 16 or 11/6/24.
11/6/24. The petitioner was also issued work orders on 29/7/2030. However, as the work site was not being handed over to the petitioner, the petitioner filed representation dated 21/9/24 and 13/11/24. So in response to the representation, the response number 4, issued letters dated 25/9/24 and 29/11/24, stating that there was a complaint and as such requested the petitioner to wait for a few days. So as the site was still not being handed over to the petitioner, the petitioner filed WPC number 2865 of 2025. Wherein notice was issued on 28/5/2025. Next paragraph. The chief engineer, minor irrigation attempt. Thereafter wrote a letter to the executive engineer. By letter dated 29/5/2025. Cancel the tender. Canceling the tender in relation to the NIT dated 11/6/2024. By stating as follows. Page 110. Page 110. Here we go. Next para, the petitioner was thereafter informed by letter dated 5/6/2024. Regarding the cancellation of the NIT. No, 5/6. 7/6. So subject. Issue notice, returnable is. How much time? I'm saying this, no fresh tender for the time. How much time do you want? 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, how much? Issue notice returnable in 2 weeks, 2 weeks. Mr. Upadhyay accepts notice on behalf of 1 to 4. 1 to 4. Mr. S.R. Barwa appears for fund number 5. The respondent may file the affidavit. Next para. This is the matter of the 2 weeks. In the interim, the respondent
There in. The intake of 2.5 because we haven't gone to the big petition also.
I have gone through. In the interim, the respondents are directed not to issue any fresh tender notice in relation the work that's serial number 2 and 4.
We are getting on my.
Huh?
3 and 4.
3 and 4. 3 and 4. Make it 3 and 4. 3 and 4. In relation to the SNIT dated 11/6/2024, which has been cancelled.
Let us get start copy. Then I'll see here.
It is going to cost of the day. This is the matter of 26.
Okay.
It is the latest. Yeah. No, it's different. Can be, till 86. I did come from 87 to this stuff. Till 87, from 87 to this. 70. 70 is slightly different. Give me 70, let's see, 70. This is the water resource, same thing. Is it that scheme?
Yes, sir. It is
That Jal Shakti matter?
the last of the matter.
That's different.
It's different, no? So is it admitted here?
The petitioner completed to work under SDR. As per
Okay,
draft,
so entitled to 8,71,000. So your claim is 8,77,000. It is less by 6,000.
As per my lord, the whole order.
bill value and the work order value. is different.
Huh?
The bill value and the work order value are different.
What court order? What court order is it?
Work order.
Work order.
Work order.
Yes.
Where is the work order?
Work order, my lord, annex 1 page 10.
Work order value is this, but the actual value of work done is this.
Yes.
Right. Mr. C. Sharma,
K. Ahmed.
Mr. K. U. Ahmed, Learned Counsel for the petition. And Ms. D. J. for the Water Resource Department are present. Anybody else? Along with Mr. S. R. Barwa for the response number 5. Let me take this 28,425, Tara 1 and 2. Then next Tara. This court, by order dated 28/4/2025. And who is the respondent number 5?
That's one. Our convert.
Directed. No, this court by order, this court by order dated 5/6/2025 had directed the learned counsel for the Water Resource Division to obtain instructions from the executive engineer from a Kamrup Rural Water Resource Division as to whether the petitioner was entitled to be paid rupees 8,77,88 issued by the Additional District Commission some COD Ashaveta. No, right. This court, by order dated 28/4/2025, had directed the respondent number 5 to submit an additional affidavit to enable it to take a specific stand as to whether the petitioner was entitled to be paid rupees 8,77,882 in terms of the work order dated 18/2/2019. The Additional District Commissioner come CEO, bracket, respondent number 5, had thereafter issued a letter dated 28/5/2025 to the Executive Engineer, Kamrup Rural Water Resource Division, stating that he was to provide, stating that the Executive Engineer was to provide the necessary instruction, taking a specific stand as to whether the petitioner was entitled to be paid rupees 8,77,882 for the work alleged to have been done by him Today, Ms. D. Jane has submitted a letter dated 2/6/2025 issued by the Executive Engineer, Kamrup Rural Water Resources Division, Parandumuk, Guwahati, which is addressed to the District Commissioner, Kamrup, Amingaon, to the effect that the petitioner was entitled to his contractual dues of rupees 8,71,237 against the work, inverted commas, immediate measures to save Rangia town from flood inundation by river Baralia at different reaches under SDRF for 2016-17. Okay. Inverted commas. The two letters mentioned above dated 28/5/2025 issued by the Office of the District Commissioner, Kamrup, Amingaon, and the letter dated 2/6/25 issued by the Executive Engineer, Kamrup Rural Water Resource Division, Paradunu, clearly show that there is an admission by the respondent that they are liable to pay to the petitioner rupees 8,71,237, which is apparently around approximately rupees 6,500 less than the amount claimed by the petitioner. As as there is an admission that the respondents have to pay rupees 8,71,237 to the petitioner, the respondents are directed to pay the admitted amount within a period of a period of 4 months from the date of receipt of a certified. Huh? Okay, make it 3 months. 3 months. Sir, from the date of receipt of a certified copy of file. Acha, we have not put his name, no? With data. Mr. S data appears for 6. For point number 6. Okay. Then we write the letter dated 28/5/2025 issued by the Additional District Commissioner, come CEO, from the office of the, no, in respect, in person, no, in relation to the office of the District Commissioner, Kamrup, Amingaon, and the letter dated 2/6/25 issued by the Executive Engineer, Kamrup Rural Water Resources Division, Paralumuk, are made a part of the record and marked as annexure X and Y respectively. The petitions accordingly disposed. 3 months from the date of receipt of an order. Suppose you give the order after 3 months, they will not know about it. They will not do. That is your job. No one is going to give you money. Even beggars have to beg for money. Yes, who's appearing?
Another department, taking
Huh?
time again and again, but they are not come up with any instruction or they are not having.
This contract matter of yours, you completed it when?
17, 17, 18.
2017-18. And when did you file this writ petition?
File lordship, 24.
24. So you also took time in coming to the court.
Also,
How much time did you take to come to the court?
Filed their affidavit also. And they have said that
Mr. Counsel, please answer the question.
this file.
Then you are in a hurry when you want, but then initially you took time to come. So please try to be understanding. You see, you cannot throw stones in other people's glass houses when you live in one yourself. Yes, who is for the Rural Development Department?
Last file. They took taken time.
We'll call the officers from now on, all the orders. This is not done. Right. Heard, Mr.
Now,
A. Learned counsel for the petition. To submit that the petitioner has not been paid his contractual dues amounting to 1,66,000. He submits that though the writ petition was filed on 18/1/2024. No affidavit has been filed by the respondent till date, and neither has any instruction been provided by the counsel for the respondent. Next, sir, it is noticed that no one has appeared on behalf of the respondent today. Accordingly, in the absence of the respondent, the concerned officers will have to appear before this court to answer the questions in the absence of their counsel. Accordingly, the respondent numbers, accordingly, the Commissioner Secretary, Panchayat and Rural Development Department, Assam, and the Deputy Commissioner Nal Bari are directed to personally appear before the court on. They are appearing. Okay, at the beginning, you're right, Mr. S.R. Barwa appear for his point number. The point number?
That's one of the 1 and 4, 4 deputy.
1 and 4. Got it. 1 and 4. Where is the affidavit?
We have not filed our affidavit yet.
More than 1.5 years have gone.
I'll file our affidavit.
When?
Uh,
After or before?
Within 2 weeks process, we have taken the time.
Who gave the work order? Mr. S.R. Barwa submits that. He will file affidavit on behalf of the Deputy Commissioner. Within 2 weeks, accordingly. This is matter. This is matter after 2 weeks.
Response number 5 is the work order. Chief executive officer. Paragraph number 2.
Who gave the work order?
Chief executive officer of the Nalbari Jila Panchayat, that's one number 5. Paragraph number 2 of the document.
Visit 2 weeks, huh? The next, right. No one has appeared for the respondent number 5 today. So, though the respondent number 5 had been represented on the earlier date. Good, sir. Next file. Where is the work order? Let us see.
Page 13 of the
it is starting of 16/11/2019.
Good, sir. As the work order had been issued by the respondent number 5. It was necessary for the respondent number 5 to be represented. So, however, as no one appears for the respondent number 5 and no affidavit has been filed for more than 1.5 years. The concerned officer would have to.
In this case, my lord, we have already given that in the last cases, my lord. We have already go to the deputy commissioner, my lord, and it's a little bit so that they can, my lord, keep the authentication certificate along with the original. That is how it is.
Where is your letter?
So, my lord, customer can take this letter after some time.
Wait.
Matter relates to, my lord, non-payment of advocate's fee, my lord, for appearing for the court. The last occasion, my lord, respondent was allowed time to file affidavit. But no affidavit has been filed till date.
Mr. PK Singh, the standing counsel left here. Is granted for further 3 weeks time to obtain instruction and file affidavit. This is the matter of, give it in. After the gate.
Well, the date may be fixed, my lord. Well, suppose that the sector, because I just instruction to the government, because the sector is the same within a state. I can it, can it be a people who can take it off the application? I communicate.
That's true.
After some appropriate. Suppose I yesterday only.
Who is for the petitioner? Have you got the affidavit?
Yeah.
Have it. Then what do you want?
In court, 18 your lordship,
Arguing or sitting down?
may pass over the matter for the time being, your lordship.
Which item is there in your court number 18?
Lordship 7 is going on.
Are you sure 7 is your
Yes, your
case?
lordship, that's a motion.
The tender process on the challenge, not just a legality of scam. Well, what if? Your worship comes to the NIT. We are a party here, that the NIT has been issued by the Assam Plain Rights Corporation. Copy has not been given to me, neither has it been. It's basically an offshoot of item number 99, wherein they had challenged the tender process by saying they were not able to participate. And we filed our affidavit saying the work order is also been issued. You have not challenged the work order. Challenge the work order. Both the matters will be taken up together.
Yes, there has to be
Because the
taken
main
up.
issue is there in that item number 99. In fact, 99 had come up on Monday. That is why I made a mention that both these matters be taken up.
99 is basically where they're saying they could not participate because the earnest money that is quoted in the NI tender process was different at different places, so they could not participate. That is the only issue that we have to decide. Because they were otherwise not participating.
That is the prejudice, but the tender process. If your lordship will kindly have
No,
to.
no, that is with regard to 99. Now, what is the regard to this case? What
The
is
LOA, the challenge,
Huh?
the LOA, the work
Okay.
order has already been issued.
Ah.
In the first
Well,
case, we have to
but
challenge the work-
the LOA is issued prior to
Prior to-
work order.
yes, prior to the status quo order that was obtained by them,
On the same day, both are it.
no,
What?
12 days prior to that.
On the same day, what was issued? LOA and
The LOA and the work order.
There's only one-
That is the one matter. If your lordship allows me to face the guy, it's atrocious.
no, but then we'll have to first decide
I
99.
think 99.
Both have to be heard together
No,
because
maybe, but at the end of the day,
your lordship is
first we have to climb the ladder one step at a time.
But at the behest of a party who has not participated,
Has not
the
participated
tender
because-
process, the NIT process
Correct.
can be evaluated or looked into by honorable court.
So we'll have to see
First, whether his.
whether he was prevented from participating. So that is the issue. If we find that we are prevented from participating, then we can go.
Other things will go. Yes, sir.
true. That is
No. So if that matter is taken up. Is there, I don't know, 19, if lordship finds very clearly, the LOA, the work order, everything goes,
Correct.
this matter need not be heard in fact.
Correct. This is just
Such an option of the,
Ah.
because in the affidavit, we have brought in that LOA by saying, the work was already issued, you are not challenged.
by way of abundant precaution, he filed it.
That's good.
technically. That is true because without a challenge, a technical objection might come that you are not even challenging
In
the
fact,
work.
we took that objection. That is why.
Okay. We take up 99 now or later, according to the. Okay, 99 is well. Yeah, how long are you going to take? Because I've got a huge bunch matter.
In that case, your lordship will fix it on a hearing day next week.
Difficulty is, this is the
Is
construction
is there any stay?
Yes, sir.
Oh, there,
It is the construction of a school lot.
Okay.
And that is now under stay.
that Eclavia school.
Yes, yes, sir.
So those are all over India, every state, I know. Those, those are for, I think, classes 1 to 10 or something, 1 to 10. I know, tribal. No, I know, even in our state, in Mizoram, there are 6 schools that is being built and basically completed now. Really completed. Some are completed. Very important. This is education.
Because of this issue, it is stay.
Your lordship may in that case fix it next week on a hearing day. Dispose of the whole.
No.
Four bidders participated, submitted the EMD money. They say. they
We
did
can
not
take it up, we can take it up at.
participate. That is the issue.
That's true.
Okay, Malota,
Yeah,
I have a little.
And
Maybe
it-
tomorrow one. Then.
we can try tomorrow, I don't know, because we have fixed, we always fix matters.
Our urgency is this one, because it goes, development school of.
Yes, yes.
Somehow we have been able to get the rate at the amount that is agreeable by the authorities as well as the parties with compensation. If escalation happens, time takes, that will take place.
But, Excellent. Otherwise, it is, on it. My friend also agreed. Can it be on 19th?
We can do it, we can try tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Okay.
On the parties, this is the matter on tomorrow, 16 and 19, 99.
Right.
grade one interview. Item?
98.
Yes. Is the pleadings complete?
My lord. Yes, my lord.
So what is your case?
But my case, my lord, the petitioner, my lord, he was selected through lottery, my lord, for the retail outlet, my lord. And
Where is that selection order? Let us see page.
the result, my lord, page 61.
Page 61 here. Yes,
Thereafter, my lord, he was by page 53.
this is based on draw lot for selection. Lot. And this is subject to, how the water is subject to compliance with terms and conditions. So it is not, it is not, you have not been fully successful as on date. Just preliminary selection,
Yes.
provisional selection. Basically.
2 parcels, my lord, found eligible, my lord, for the
For this RO. 2%.
2 parcels.
So both of you have been given no. So then there was a draw.
Yes, my lord.
So there was a draw lot.
Lot.
And so you were selected. So but that is also provisional selection. Provision. Then
Thereafter, my lord, the people was asked to, my lord, appear before the, my lord, authority, my lord, for, with all documents, my lord,
document, yes,
for field verification, credentials, my lord.
yes,
Then
then
he appeared, these all the documents, my lord, he has uploaded in the website, my lord, along with the application.
then
And thereafter, the given letter, my lord, is 65. So
65. Yes.
his application was rejected, my lord, on the ground that the land which was taken on lease, my lord, there were co-partner there. And only the persons, my lord, whose share was leased, they, my lord, sign in the lease document, and other co-partner, that's, my lord, he could, consent later, my lord. By applying clause, my lord, 4(6),
Uh, yes. So let us see this clause.
clause, my lord, page 18, my lord. Page 19. Start from page 18, eligibility criteria, my lord. Then land, my lord, 1(6), page 19. Mark 6, A, my lord,
So this will be
4, 6,
6 G.
A, my lord.
A.
They applied A.
That is at page 19.
Is
Yeah.
19.
Yeah.
They relied this clause now while rejecting the application. They must not consider, my lord, C, case 20, and 21 also, my lord. And
That should be a will. And then- Okay. So so under A, they cancelled your thing.
yes,
Now your case is that it should come under G
not. They can consider.
and owned by the family members will also be considered as belonging to the applicant subject to producing a letter of consent in the form of affidavit.
There is a chart for page 21.
Ah,
Is 21 minus land minus. If the land minus sale with member of family or both, and 25 family member,
brothers, it's step
then
brothers.
option letter. That is 22 minus.
So this land that you have given, the certificate, is owned by how many? Four.
4 minus.
Who are they? Who are they?
They are my brother,
Brothers. Real brothers or cousin brothers?
real brother. And land measuring 11 bigger. Out of 11 bigger fellow,
So it's the brothers. Oh,
and
brothers.
four lessons 12 list out.
Where is the affidavit filed by them?
Affidavit is 48 man. It is 48 on one.
Page 48. Page 49 is the affidavit.
Affidavit.
So how are they your brothers? How are they your brothers?
Is 52 man. The lease document my lord. It's 51. It's 50. Content letter. It's 50.
Okay. You said 52, now you said 50.
It is lease
So wait,
document.
look, just tell me one thing. 48 and 49 has got no relevance.
No, page 50 man.
Then we'll go to 50. 48 and 49 has got no relevance. Correct? Nothing to do with this case, with the land. So this goes. Let us go to 50. Now 50 talks of Tafiqul Haq and Tafiqul Haq. Correct?
Both are son of Sikandar.
Both are son of Sikandar Ali. But they are not your brothers.
Their brother from page.
No, you're the son of Harlal Sarkar.
No, he is the leaseholder.
What?
He has taken lease money.
Who has taken this?
The Ramchandra Sarkar man.
Huh?
Ramchandra Sarkar.
Ramchandra Sarkar has taken lease from whom?
From my lord. Ripon Ali and Sohidul Islam, page 53.
From?
Page Ripon Ali, my lord.
Yes, now you are saying 51. Why are you changing your pages all the
No,
time?
51 is the brother, two brothers.
51 is the brother of whom?
Of the two my lord brothers who leased my lord the land to the petition.
Okay, so Tafiqul Haq and Tafiqul Haq lease the land to the petitioner.
They are two brothers.
But you see, this is with regard to tag number 522, pata number 347. Okay, now you come to page 49. Now these persons are also talking about the same land. Come to page 49. The area is also same. Again, okay, tag number 522, pata number 347. And what is this page 52? This is lease deed.
Page 52, my lord, the lease deed
Lease deed signed by whom? By
by Ripon Ali and Sohidul Islam, my lord, page 53.
correct.
Them name by lord,
Ripun Ali and
Sohidul Islam.
Ripun Ali and Shahidul Islam. But these persons, this page 51 are different persons. Shafiqul Haq and Shafiqul Haq.
Yes.
And then this Ripan Ali and Shahidul Islam are
They are leaseholders, right?
where, their names are not here in page 49.
Yes.
So Ripan
Yes, they are to legal care of Popat. Standard of 49.
You see, in page 49, these there's 11%. They say that their co-patadars are Ripan Ali and Shahidul Islam. Okay, so that means there are 13 co-patadars as per page 49. And in page 51, Shafiqul Haq and Tafiqul Haq say that their co-patadars are Ripan Ali and Shahidul Islam, 3%. Unfortunately for you, this Shafiqul Haq and Tafiqul Haq are not there in page 49 also. So out here in page 51, there are four co-patadars. They got to the same land. This seems to be fabricated anyway. Yes. Yes. Yes.
Please come to my academic in a person, page 77.
Page 77.
From 76 is the application, online application for
Page 76.
76, starting from page 76.
Yes.
Online application. On 77, column 13, you know, where land description is given.
Where?
Column 13, page 77.
Page 77. Land
Description of the apartment. Land details, group 1. Name of the owner and leaseholder. Here the leaseholder is the Ramchandra Sardar, who is the petitioner here in this.
Yes.
Relationship with the applicant is self-land, is a lease land, and 16/10/23 is the date of the lease deed. And location of the land, and Patsa, Kutyan, and survey number. This is the card number and photo number of the apartment.
522347.
This is okay. Let's see, thereafter, annexure P, case number 79.
Yes.
After draw of lots, we have asking him to submit the required documents as per our order. Accordingly, he has uploaded the all required documents. Proceed to page number 83. Translated copy of Java paper.
83.
Yes, ma'am. Translated copy.
83. Yes.
The record of rights. You know, on the record of rights, there is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Total 6 number Patadar is recorded.
Correct.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7 is the brother and sister of same man. Is the second
3,
Rani.
3, 4, 5, 6.
Yes,
They are all
all the
Sikandar
son
Ali.
of the second Rani.
Ah.
And Sandiman Ali. Originally, there is a land 11 biga, also allotted by two, name in the name of two brothers. Sandaman Ali and Secondar Ali.
Just a minute. Who?
Sandaman Ali and Secondar Ali. Number one,
Chandaman Ali, number 1. Here.
there's the original Patadar
Ah.
against whom the land, entire land of 11 biga was allotted.
Ah.
There's a comments and note I have mentioned here in this translated copy. Then presumably, if land is allotted by two men by issuing patta, then it is a joint land.
The land was Chandiman Ali's land.
Sandiman Ali and Secondar Ali, it was joint land.
Sikandar Ali's name is not here. You mean Chakandar Ali?
Secondar Ali.
Okay, these are joint land between
Joint
them. Then
After this is date of the Secondar Ali, entire land, this portion is
we came to Chandiman Ali's land.
then it is divided to,
No, acha. On the death of Chandakan Ali,
then it is mutated in the name of the 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
he was 7. Okay.
And this deed is signed by the only 3 and 4.
Okay, only 3.
And in our clause it is mentioned, if it is joint land, then all the co-partners or all the co-owners have signed the lease.
Where is that page?
That is based on
That clause, where is that clause? Vijay?
page 19 euro.
Nine,
Okay.
19.
Page 190. Under report.
Yes, where?
Clause 4 land applicable to all categories, group 1, group 2, group 3, and paragraph A, last question.
Yeah.
The land should be available with the applicant as on date of application
Yeah.
and should have minimum lease of 19 years, 11 months as appraised by the respective oil company from the day or after the date of advertisement, but not later the date of application. If the offered land is on long-term lease and there are multiple owners, then the lease deed should be executed by all co-owners of the offered plot of land. In case lease deed is not executed by all co-owners, such lease deed shall not be treated in valid.
Okay. Yes. So this,
on this
G,
ground, we have-
G is not applicable to this case. Correct. He's saying G is applicable.
Not applicable, it's only for family land.
It is, say, if the applicant is going to give his family land, then
Yes,
only.
yes.
That is fine.
So this reference I am committing here. This is the most relevant question. Study of the law of file.
Yes,
Questions may come to the paragraph number 4 first.
for yes.
Upon objection being raised by the ISL, the petitioner relied on a partition deed between the co-owners of the plot number 191. It is dated 31/1/24. In such facts, learned counsel for the petitioner relied on clause 4(6)(m) regarding the consent letter mentioned here, with note 3 appended to the state clause to appendix 3 to the pursuit of the selection of dealers for regular and rural outlets June 23. Thus, it has been submitted. The petitioner has filed no objection certificate of the other co-owners, Upadesh and Himesh, with his original application, heavily relying on situation 3 contemplated under clause 4(4)(m) of the pursuit referred to the above. It has been submitted. IHL should have acted on the extent of the consent submitted by the letter submitted on the form of appendix 3. The entire this situation is discussed, and last may come to the paragraph number 13 here. Finding.
Yeah.
On the contrary, the only clause applicable to such facts would be clause 4, Roman 4(a). That clause clearly stipulates that the land offered for allotment.
No, it's okay, it's okay. No, nothing, it's okay. I got it. I got it. This does not, yes, I'm not saying anything wrong. Yes, so your case is, this is not your land.
No, we have taken on leave.
Yes. You see, how will this, that the clause G be applicable? G will be only applicable when you give the family land. When you give family land for your petrol pump, then only when you offer your family land. It's not when you offer somebody else's family land. Supposing you are the applicant, you cannot say that my land is your family land. You are not my brother. So that is, I don't know what they are, how is it? Are they your brothers? The owners of that land that you offered?
The petitioner, madam.
Yes.
No, he is the lesser one.
Then where is the question? Sorry.
Now there is a clause, my lord, in another, there is a clause, my lord, page, not page 39.
Yes, 39.
Clause
Yes.
10, madam.
Clause?
Clause 10.
Clause 10, yes. No. Rectify. There's nothing rectifiable. Okay, right. Heard? Mr. R. Learned counsel for the petition. Also heard Mr.
MR Islam.
M.R. Islam, learned counsel for
1 and 2.
1 and 2. The petitioner is aggrieved with the impugned letter dated 10/1/2025 issued by issued by whom?
My lord,
Respondent number two.
issued by the respondent number two. By which the petitioner's application for award of RO dealership within 1 km of Ajmal Senior Secondary School, Tenga, on LHS towards Hajo, on Barpita Hajo Road, District Barpita, under SC category, advertised on 28/6/2023, has been rejected on the ground that the petitioner's lease deed had not been executed by all the 6 co-patadars of the land inspection. Uttara. It had only been executed by 2 co-patadars instead of 6 co-patadars. Next paragraph. The petitioners counsel submit that the petitioner had been initially selected, had been provisionally selected for award of the retail outlet dealership. By, no, on, by way of draw of lot, by letter dated 13/12/2023. However, after examination, verification of the document, the respondents had, the state respondents had rejected the petitioner's application on the ground that the petitioner's lease deed did not conform to clause 4 bracket Roman 6 small bracket small a of the guidelines on selection of dealers for regular and retail outlets which states as follows. Page 19, last 3 lines, and page 20. Okay, 19 and 20, the paragraph. The petitioner's counsel submit that the respondents have illegally rejected the petitioner's application for grant of retail outlet dealership by wrongly applying 4 bracket 6 bracket A, while the petitioner's case should have been considered under clause 4 bracket 6 bracket G, small g, of the guidelines on selection of dealers for regular and rural retail outlets, which states as follows. Page 20. G and H, it is G and M, G and H. Yeah?
G and M. Then page 20. Then start one.
No, it's okay. Honest. This is more than doing. G and M, G and H, which states as follows. 20 and 21. Okay. The case is so clear. The land is not yours, not your family land. It is someone else's land. It is only when you offer your family land that GNM will be applicable or GHM will be. applicable. Next. The petitioner's counsel thus prayed that the impugned letter dated 10/1/2025, rejecting the petitioner's application should be set aside. Next one. No, it should be set aside and the petitioner should be awarded the retail outlet dealership. Next one. Mr. Huh?
M.R. Islam.
M.R. Islam, learned counsel for the respondent number one and on the other hand, that that as per the record of rights with regard to that number 522 Pata number 347, which had been offered by the petitioner for establishing the retail outlet dealership, if he had been awarded the same, if he was awarded the same, comma, belong to 6 co-patedar. 6 co-patedar. Who are not the family members of the petitioner. The lease deed which the petitioner provided for running the retail outlet dealership, comma, if he was awarded the same, had the signatures of only 2 out of the 6 co-patedar. Oh, I've already said that, no? Okay. Next one. As the 4 other co-patedars had not given their signature, the petitioner's application having been made in violation of clause 468 of there was no infirmity with the rejection of the petitioner's application. Further, clause 46G was not applicable as the land that was offered by the petition for installation of the petrol pump did not belong to the family of the petition. I have further learned from the record of rights bracket Jamabandi in relation to tag number 522, Pata number 347, relating to 11 bighas of land, shows that the following 6, shows the following 6 owners / co-patedar. Number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 at page 83. Okay. Next. A perusal of the lease deed dated 16/10/2023 with regard to the above plot of land shows that the same has been executed between the petitioner and Rifan Ali and Shahidul Islam. There is no signature of the other four patadas in the said lease deed dated 16/10/2020, which would, which, no, as such, there is nothing to show that all the four patadas have given the consent to the lease of the said property to the petitioner. The same being in violation of clause 4(6)(a) of the guidelines and selection of dealers for regular and rural retail outlet, which is an essential condition of the prospect, that tender, this court does not find any infirmity with the decision of the respondent to reject the petitioner's application. So further, the four patadas of the said plot of land and the petitioner are not related in any manner, are not related in the manner provided in clause 4(6)(h). As such, clause 4(6)(g) is not applicable to the fact of the written petition accordingly. In terms of huh? No, it disposed of accordingly. Disposed of accordingly. Huh? Okay.
The last day I had submitted one of them, my lord. Thereafter, my body had some document.
I know it is
No, my lord. My lord, this is admitted that originally, earlier they were placed before the but finance department is asking for authentication.
fine. The department has authenticated. What more authentication do you want?
Finance
When?
department, sir.
Yes. Mr. Gogol. They have done the work. The concerned office has authenticated the work of the petitioner. They have sent it to the PNRD department. Now, why are you going to, why do you want another authentication again? When it has already been authenticated by the concerned department, are you going to the work site to you, I will constitute? No, they have already sent it. They have sent it to the finance. They have sent it to you. That's what
Original
it is.
bids were submitted. With the proposal, original bids were submitted.
Then. Otherwise, what we will do is we will ask the secretary finance and the joint secretary and go to the field and do the verification. You cannot do that.
Go ahead.
2018. No, no, not like that. In any event, you see, you don't, who is the finance department to say you authenticated again? It's only authenticated by the concerned authority. Ah, correct, correct.
I think
No, no, just a minute. Then we'll see. Now, let us see. 11/4/25.
after submitting this letter, I will give all the details to my public letter. He will verify from the finance. All the proposals and numbers that I have. By tomorrow, I will give you. Also want these matters to be close to my heart.
Everybody wants.
Yes, man. We are not open to them. Just formality, because of the formality, basically, I think.
These works were verified by the district commissioner. Ah, who is for the Assam State Election Commission? Madam, as per this letter issued by the district commissioner Nalbari. In this regard, communication have already been made with the Assam State Election Commission and a team has been sent to track the original bill. But as informed from the State Election Commission, they have already forwarded the original bills vouchers to the Commissioner PNRD by letter number so and so dated 25/6/2020.
Initially, it was forwarded. Thereafter, we have, with the proposal, we have sent those bills to the final. That is fine.
Where is your forwarding letter?
Why not, actually, don't you pick the matter next week? I will, yes, I will.
I think all the secretary should come with the file.
Don't you
On the next week, I'm appearing my lordship to the from the bench. All department will clear everything.
Okay, this is only with regard to Nalbari.
Yes.
The entire thing is Nalbari only. Item,
Item 87 to 94.
Not 90, except 90.
Sorry, 90.
Except nine,
except 90.
that's 57.
87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, and 94.
Okay, right. Mr. Data appears for the petition. Mr. S data appears for the PNRD department. While Ms. U Das appears for District Commissioner Nalbari. Ms. A.B. Kayasa appears for Assam State Election Commission, while Mr. B. Gowai additional AG appears for Finance Department. The letter issued by the District Commissioner Nalbari, file letter number NDP bracket P bracket close 54/90/87, dated 5/5/2027. States that all pending liabilities, all pending liability bills and vouchers amounting to rupees 5,07,80,596 was enclosed, which included the sanctioned amount of rupees 2,86,00,000 and pending liabilities amount of rupees 2,21,80,59. Full stop. Communication was already made with the Assam State Election Commission and a team had been sent to track the original bill. Full stop. However, as informed by the Assam State Information Commission, they had already forwarded the original bill / voucher to the Commissioner, PNRD Department, by letter number SEC bracket A 53/2020/269, dated 25/6/2020. Next chapter. When the district commissioner, district commissioner's letter dated 5/5/2025 has stated that all the original bills vouchers had been sent to the Commissioner PNRD on 25/6/2020. It is strange that the office of the Commissioner PNRD would call for original liability bills and vouchers, while the letter dated 11/4/2025 and 2/6/2025 issued by the Commissioner PNRD. The entire exercise for calling for the original bills and vouchers afresh, even after the same has been verified by the competent authority, appears to be in exercise in delaying payment of dues to the petition. If the respondent authorities are not able to resolve the issue, which due to which it is the petitioner who is suffering, the concerned heads of department may be required to appear with their record to thrash out the matter in this court. Mr. S. Datta can submit that he will produce all the relevant information within a week.
In the meantime, I will give all the documents to my family.
On when?
Next Friday.
Leave the matter on. Not that.
Hello, man.
Why are you not finding? Okay. Okay. The petitioner counsel pays for a week's time to file affidavit in reply to the affidavit opposition filed. Which, no, filed, which they received it. This is a matter after. Like. 90, no, this one is 97.
But from a mayor point of view, the issue was that the petitioner could not submit the technical bit, it becomes technical bit in the online. And he has submitted hard copy of the technical. Page 18 not to be
Yeah, that is the case.
But page 18, the tender condition says,
Page 18.
18. Detail, notice inviting tender, clause number 3. Page 18.
Yes.
Online submission of technical and financial bidding conditions. Manual submission without online submission of fees will be considered as non-responsive. Bidders are to submit the required papers for technical fees by scanning and uploading the same before expiry of the sequence submission. This is the last submission. Now, 5 says whether the bid security that is BMG shall be deposited through net banking or RTPS.
So they submitted it through net banking. That is the
according to
case.
them, but
Yes.
the portal it is not.
No, for, in the account it will be there. Net banking is what? It's only that the document has not been uploaded.
No, not only that, but technical bid has not been uploaded. Entire
Okay,
technical bid-
technical bid was
not that
not,
not-
technical bid was not uploaded.
No. No, my lord, we have got only 3 bids, not of the petitioner. We have submitted a hard copy data.
Okay.
Going by this, we have to find
Finally,
it.
you were the one who wanted to file a petition. We didn't say that you should file. You wanted to file.
We file today, madam, definitely, it is-
Yes, anytime, file. You file it anytime. Huh?
Friday.
Huh?
Friday, yes. What is my other?
Mr. BOI, submit that he'll be filing affidavit today. This is the, on his trip. This is the matter of filing.
This is that matter where I was technically disqualified on the ground that I have submitted certain documents. And I showed to your lordship that finally, when my representation was disposed of, there were only one ground. The lordship wanted to know whether actually the documents were submitted or not. So they were supposed to submit the bid papers. I have also got the bid
Just,
papers
just,
down.
just let me read. What was that? Can it be disposed of?
I put 3 bunch, I would like to place.
3 bunch?
Or that document, that fellow, some, I found my lord, some documents have been submitted after the clarification was thoughtful. Subsequent to that, when the last date of submission.
Yes,
Subsequent to the last date of,
That is not permitted.
that is not problem.
it's permissible
Oh,
because the clarification was sought from all the bidders, including the private respondent, wherein the private respondent also submitted documents after the last date as per the clarification, that he was finally awarded the work. So therefore saying that I could not have submitted, it was their clarification. They asked for it. They asked for it to all the bidders, including me as well as the private respondent. We
Okay, we'll see that, just a minute. So are we disposing it of or what? Then I'm going to read, otherwise
or have it.
I'm depending upon you. Whatever, I'm okay with whatever decision you are
The
taking.
issue as of now would be on 6 points I was rejected. Now they have brought a bunch of papers. I also have my bunch of papers. Now the technical officials who had uploaded the paper for the petitioner, they are also here. So if they could just verify, I'm not saying that no, we will do anything with this. That these papers are out to be verified. They can come to a finding. We have not
uploaded
submitted.
by them, my lord. We have downloaded it. Taken a print out. They can come out their own volume.
No, I have mine.
Not only this, three months.
So if
Two clarifications, one my lord technical.
Yes.
The moment I place it, they can my lord come with it.
otherwise, you have to just verify it, that's it. You have to just
And
verify
my
it.
lord, civil team, my lord, propose that experience part is concerned. They were supposed to supply by all either the field work or the order work, some particular item of a particular machine. Relating to the cardiology.
Phase two
Now,
also
my
should
lord,
not
their
be valid.
experience part, my lord, what they submitted is, my lord, one work order of one item. Second, two items. Again, another, my lord, third, my lord, work order of again two items. And the fourth one is of seven items. Whereas, my lord, they will have, so minimum 50% of that particular quantity. That is the criteria. Interestingly, my lord, subsequently, when we talk for clarification in the regard, they have submitted a work order now of 338 items. Means they have not submitted the payment. Subsequently, that's the I can catch it. If that goes, my lord, that's the experience part, then the Octopus Master order, you have to submit a medical oxygen. Where my lord, all my lord, ascertaining all my lord, verifying that from the experience part, there is a particular clause in the there. We say the same DMB when it is the thing of the paper, also you have to go by that. Following over the some criteria. So here it is 50% of the tendered item. The quantity that is required. Minimum 34 left to be there. So he has placed only on 12 items. Supply. So that those were the orders that they have placed in the technical. Now he cannot substantiate it with some new document of supply order.
I can, when the option was given
No,
to
no,
me,
no.
as well as
Option
the
is
RGA,
not for submitting a new document.
there's clarification. They say we have not
Not
submitted.
there for the clarification. No, because
By the way of clarification, you cannot better. What you cannot improve of what you have given. It's only to clarify that aspect.
that this is the
Yes.
document, here, there is a supply of the 34 items, we have missed it. That you can.
You cannot go beyond what you have submitted.
The option was given to the other respondent also. Then the
I will, that we'll see.
the fact is, and the
Just a minute, just a minute. Are we disposing of, I'm,
Next time, we'll have all this verified all these documents.
huh?
Either at the end of the list, they
What
all
will
It depends upon you all. I'm okay with it. That's why. If you all are ready, I'll just take 5 minutes to read this. That's all.
Process में
Only thing, there is a clear part, that supply is available, it's related to balance cardiology.
Ah.
Gossip will have it on 17th. It's a Tuesday.
Tomorrow, yes, go for the phone.
Tomorrow, no. Tomorrow we are fixed. Today
On
also,
17th, not-
we fixed that, Indranil and all. They will take time.
I think for end of the list,
Not today, long. I have something.
Friday. Well,
Tuesday, I'm saying, Friday and Tuesday, it doesn't make a big difference. Tuesday is a hearing day and also will have it as admission first matter. Friday, I'll be also out of the second half.
you cannot Friday for that, nothing. I have got, I mark it, I will play. And one more document, my lord, that is EU certificate. That, my lord, was the expiry certificate that they have submitted. Now, my lord, in clarification, they have submitted that it has been renewed. This goes, my lord. Regarding spare part, my lord, I will leave, my lord. And regarding that, my lord, workman, my lord.
What is a Friday? Condition Friday?
Don't pay much time.
Huh? I told them not to put too much of Friday. Yes.
On Tuesday, also will have it as admission first matter.
Let us try Tuesday then.
But it's 17th.
Okay.
At
On
least
the-
now I know the ground that they are.
Yes,
receiving me,
yes.
So I'll just verify it from my clients.
But new document they have.
No, no, it's good, so that both of you will,
Because the entire case is technical evaluation took place after the clarification. First, the bill was submitted.
no,
then
that is
clarification
all
was
right.
given to
That,
all the
you
parties.
see,
Submitted.
that is all right.
Yes, no.
Clarification is all right. You can clarify. If the clarification has been sought for, clarification can be done. Only thing is that you cannot improve upon your case. It should be a clarification.
We say we will resubmit the documents.
Resubmitting the document, but not some,
Adding to it.
yes, you cannot
My,
add.
my
to-
case is that we have not added anything. It is those documents we submitted. So therefore, I brought the technical persons along with me so that they could verify what is there from the government's record.
He doesn't want to show everything now. Why should he? Otherwise, you will come with,
Tempered his documents. You know, tempered it.
otherwise you will come with all, you will come with
I said
extra
last opinion
documents,
also.
foolproof documents.
If the documents are short, I don't have a case. I thought it last opinion also. So therefore, I brought them, let them see if the documents actually short, I have nothing to say.
We will see on that day.
On
On the party list, the matter on,
and the interim order
we will order to continue to the next day.
obliged. Your Honor.
Again, debarment notice. Taken by the petitioner is that, Sophos notice was not issued prior to the debarment.
Just to in terms of the
No, you see, one thing, Mr. Counselor, you have admitted,
If they empty form.
when you have admitted, what is the issue? What is the purpose of a notice? You have admitted to, then,
the procedure has been followed.
no. Procedure will follow. You see, the issuance of a notice, you cannot think, it is not as if it goes in a straight jacket. Facts and circumstances of each case will have to be decided. In this case, you have admitted to the mistake. Let us see
We'll admit, no admission, they are.
in the order. Yes.
Applied by the petitioner.
Yes. Come to page 101.
Government notice.
Come to the third para.
However, the two things, because signing the complaint was
No, in this context, you come to the third line.
page 101.
Yes. An explanation was sought for by letter number 12. And in response,
Explanation was what? File later number 7. Response.
Apply the pay cycle.
please read that. Tendered an apology, admitting the allegation of submission of fake certificate. So did you submit a fake certificate? I want to ask you. Simple question. No. Let us see your reply.
Our reply, page 99. Page 99 is later.
Yes, let us see what you have said there.
Page 99.
Yes,
We wish to begin by expressing our sincere regret for any inconvenience that have arisen. Unfortunately, despite receiving the tender code, compliance documents and other matters from the Vigilance, we were unable to secure the necessary in the time frame. In fact, we had
we were unable to secure the necessary authorization.
the time. In fact, we had initially not intended to participate in this tender. However, due to numerous requests from the your laboratory needs and the recommendation of the Vigilance self-system, we decided to participate. Last, then what is stated in the table. Next, Madam, should we have the honor of being awarded this tender? Surely that you think ordering. We are pleased to inform you that we have our own thing and procedure. In contrast, the L2 for the next thing for procedure support. We rely on the expires on the warranty of thing. Then they prove to be like that.
Now, so there is no admission according to you.
Not that.
Now you come
Last
to,
time it is not that.
then you come to page 98. We'll read the book backwards.
This is to inform that against them numbers and so and so. Sit along with your. The same applies later with the provide to by the benefit of farm element technology to private. Aided well. However, on inquiry, the farm was denied. Well, this is why this case.
Actually,
They have
and,
not submitted the document, my lord. The reply file is given by the original technology to defect. So that we can supply reply.
Because we have a lot of form.
Yes.
The first document is the operation package, which is a manipulated one kind of.
and no, you read that, and then you read your page 99.
My lord.
We were unable to secure the necessary authorization letter. When you read those two,
My lord.
show cause and your letter, you have admitted that you have submitted a false document.
First of all, some anonymous complaint has been given.
We are not on that.
No, that was also not.
You are not only telling a lie to your client is not only telling a lie to the respondent, you are telling a lie to this court.
This is the document, my lord, that is the one. Next page, my lord, is the subco, is the feeder, my lord, he submitted a complaint, my lord. Then the next page, also, there are sections two. Secondly, please state on the authorization.
Which one? Huh?
Well, the letter is at 11, is the second page.
Yes.
Then it's a one, then also is in the next page, my lord. At the top, my lord,
Yes.
second.
Yes.
Please take on the authorization given by the feeder from Agile Technology, because Agile Technology do not provide authorization on specific tender and they do not do business for instruments to dealers and systems. That also you see our email at annex two.
This is by whom? This letter is
By
from?
one of the bidders, complaint against the petitioner.
Okay.
Now, my lord, the mail is dated 14th of September 23.
Your what you want? Page
Well, annex two.
of your
No, of the bank.
connected to.
Roman kilo. The number is.
Ah.
So seriously, the email, my lord, 14th of September 23.
Yes.
To the, my lord, from the petitioner side, respondent side to my lord, customer care India, Agile, that is the main, my lord, OEM, original or European manufacturer. Kindly verify the address authorization letter issued by Agile Technology authorizing MS Ritu Enterprise, that is the petitioner,
Ah.
or supply of laboratory instrument against the tender number 20%, that is our tender. In the next page, Lord, you will see in the bottom, the reply of the ballot that OEM. It is like 22nd of September 23. We are in receipt of the alleged letter dated 7/2023 by Agile Technology India Limited. We confirm that we have not issued the said alleged letter authorizing B2 Enterprise working from house number 20% of Guwahati to submit the aforementioned tender process and enter into a contract with you against our requirement. As contained in the above reference tender for the supplier. Now, my lord, we thought for that clarification, Mr. Padapay. And he very cunningly, my lord, only one statement that they did not submit the so go for regular. That's what they want to do.
So he basically had to circumvent by saying we were unable to secure.
So I will
So
submit.
basically, it says that basically when you read the two together, it basically means that they did not secure the authorization.
That's the whole.
Section 46.
46 now?
46, my lord.
That's the provision in the my lord procurement bill. That will have to. issue
How, my
by
lord,
government.
government.
Okay, we take care of that.
That also will take care of.
I'll take care of
it.
No. There are various judgments of the Supreme Court, which is that notice is required when the non-issuance of the same would cause prejudice. In your case, you have admitted there is no prejudice to be caused. When you have admitted to the fact that yes, I killed so and so, what is the issue? What is the requirement of issuing you a notice and saying, did you kill so and so? When you have already admitted that you have already killed, when your answer has already been provided before a notice is issued to you.
Act says, actually,
Act says, but act and speak. Yes, this is an act. Let us see. Page. Is this an act? Page?
page number 46, I have quoted the thing.
Page 46.
Section 46.
Section 46. Huh? Yeah. Which page are you talking about?
Procurement Act 2017.
That one of the system of this scheme.
Okay, that I think is in my house.
The lordship may have this my.
I think you should tell K. Gogoi to present me another one for the court. Yes, yes,
Section 46, subsection 5.
yes.
The state government or a procuring entity that the case may be, shall not devour a bidder under the state unless bidder has been different from.
Yes,
The other is that that's why I said that we can swear.
you should,
The outcome is well.
yes, you should notice. Since it is there is statutory provision.
The mandatory to tell is there.
Otherwise, my lord, doctrine may allow me to take one of the judgment in the that is the entry from it. In every case, it is not.
But this is an act, this is a statute.
Yeah.
You see that empty formality business, that is violation of principles of natural justice. That is not, but this is a statute.
Seriously, my lord, this one left there.
You could have said that this
That is
in inappropriate cases or something like that, you know. Otherwise, now you have to. Huh? In no, in blacklisting, where you see, blacklisting you have got to issue, but not when they have admitted. When there is an admission prior to a notice being issued, then they have admitted everything. There's no requirement. It is those Supreme Court judgments are when there is no admission, when there are disputes. Out here there is no dispute.
One, let me on Friday, I will see if I can pay any authority.
No, the act is there. What is there? Act is there. Act is there. Okay, right.
But nothing like whatever I have paid.
Yes. Heard Mr. PJ Saikya, Learned Counsel for the petitioner. Also heard Mr. B. Gogoi, Learned Additional Lady, for all the respondents. The petitioner says that a direction should be issued to the respondent. In this last order, first para, second para, okay. Third para. Continue, after the third para. He further submit that in terms of section 46 bracket 5 of the Assam Public Procurement Act 2017, hereinafter referred to as the Act, the state government or a procuring entity is mandatorily required to issue a notice No. No, you've been given an opportunity.
That's why I'm saying that explanation is there already.
No, it's already been given opportunity. No notice is required. You have been given a show cause. Anyway. When it is required to give a reasonable opportunity, not notice, give a reasonable opportunity of being heard to the petitioner prior to debarring, prior to issuing, prior to blacklisting slash debarring a person that bidder. However, as no prior notice was given to the petition prior to debarring him, the impugned debarment notice dated 9/1/25 has to be set. Next part. Term dismissing, there's nothing. There's no notice. Next part. Mr. B. Gogoi, additionally, come on. On the other hand, submit that the petitioner as a bidder was required to submit when is that authorization letter clause was required to submit an authorization letter. Where is that? Page, page 78. 78 of the general transfer. Will be cost 17. Clause 21, Roman 2, B. 17, B. Operating goods and service without having proper authorization. Was required to submit an authorization letter. For offering goods and services pursuant to the GM bid number GM/2023 slash P 574120 dated 15/6/2020. In terms of clause 21, bracket Roman 2 small, bracket B of the general terms and conditions on GEM 4.0, bracket version 1.10. Is the GM dated correct? Yes. 2nd of May 22. 2nd of 15 June. Good job. In page 98 is written 15/6. The general terms and conditions. That the general terms and conditions is different. Yes. The GM number is different. Yes. Okay, okay. Okay. The starting of the GM. It starts at page 44. Page 44. 44. General terms and conditions. Common in their potential. Anyway. Next. No, let's continue. So, however, the petitioner had submitted a fabricated authorization letter allegedly issued by Agilent Technologies, AGILENT technology. Along with his bid document. On learning that the petitioner had submitted a fabricated document, comma, an explanation letter dated. Is it? I can't read the date, page 98. It is for the 3rd of November 26. C1126 was issued to the petitioner by the respondent number by the respondent number 1. By the respondent number 1. Requesting him to provide an explanation with regard to the authorization letter submitted by him as Agilent Technologies had denied issuing the said letter to the petitioner. The petitioner thereafter writes his reply dated 7/11/2023 had admitted that had impliedly admitted that he had not that he the authorization letter was fabricated in as much as the petitioner stated in the letter dated 7/11/2023. In as much as the petitioner submitted that they were unable to secure the necessary authorization letter within the time. They accordingly submit that when there has been an admission by the petitioner that he has submitted a fake authorization certificate, there was no requirement of the requirement of giving the petitioner an opportunity of her hearing had been given. As there was an admission of his legal act, the impugned debarment notice dated 9/1/2025 was accordingly issued. He submits that no prejudice has been caused to the petition by the department. So, over one thing, there is nothing in their show cause as to whether he would, that thing is not there. Yes, I have heard the land come for the fact. The facts of the case show that the petitioner was issued a show cause, was issued a notice dated 3/11/26 requiring him to explain as to why, as to, requiring him to explain as to yes, madam, you are disturbing the, He wants to be in on the joke. Uh, uh, explain. The authorization letter allegedly issued by Agilent Technologies to the petition, which Agilent Technologies had denied issuing to the petition. The petitioner, in his reply dated 7/11/20, had admitted that he was unable to secure the necessary authorization letter from Agilent Industries in a very indirect manner. The debarment notice was thereafter issued due to the admission being made by the petitioner for having submitted a fake certificate. Next one. The question to be decided is whether the petitioner could have been debarred in the absence of any notice being issued to the petitioner stating that there was a proposal to debar that blacklist the petition. After giving specific reasons for the proposal that was thought to be made by the respondent. Next up, on perusing the impugned notice that letter dated 3/11/23. This court finds that no proposal or intention of the respondents can be made out to the effect that they intended to debar that blacklist the petition. Next paragraph. In the case of Gorkha Securities Act, the Supreme Court has held, and para 33, what is that? 21 is it? Para 21, 22. Has held that in order to fulfill the requirements of the principles of natural justice pertaining to debarment/blacklisting, a show cause notice should meet the following two requirements. Number one, the material/grounds to be stated which according to the department necessitates an action. Number two, particular penalty/action which is proposed to be taken. In the present case. No, that is, it's not discernible also, it is not discernible. No. In the present case, the particular, the present case, the action of, the penalty of debarment, which was not proposed to be taken in the notice dated pencil, 3/11/2024. 23. Further, in the letter, in the notice dated 3/11/23, there, it cannot be discerned that the penalty of debarment was thought to be made, was thought to be taken. Next, in view of the above reason, the impugned debarment notice dated 9/1/2025 is not sustainable The same is accordingly set. However, liberty is given to the respondent to issue a notice afresh to the petition if they are of the view that that the proposal for them fixing the penalty of the environment should be made against the requesting accordingly this one. That person is hearing. Perfect. Okay, then.
I don't know. I don't know.
Okay, we can start with the series. Madam. Mr. Gogoi, you are needed also, I think, no?
Yes, whenever it is required, if the concerned department will have to move the case.
No, but then there was an order passed by this court earlier. Yes. And the last court order. Have you seen the court order?
Yes, the last court order is there. Present.
So you see, the issue is first of all, what is the total project for? Can you tell me that?
So the so my instruction says, well, the central government released an amount of rupees 753.27 lakh.
How much?
753.27 lakh.
7, 5.
3.27 lakh.
That is only 7.5 crores.
That is what the state melody against the split between and state share of rupees 24 has been received by the department. And we have wanted to be and state share is 262.0470.
262 point.
262.047 lakh.
Take care.
State share. That is what
According to
the actually according to the finance department. And this has been verified by the water resource department. India later will be defined by.
no, wait. You see the last order, you have not seen the last order. This is the affidavit filed in favor of the Union of India, represented by the commissioner. Right. Where is that, in which writ petition was it filed? 187. 1872. So. Now, let us see what is happening with all this money that is going. Where did I get this figure, details of the last order? Current status, yes. Madam, this cost of IMC 3890, then 3895 lakh. What is this IMC? Interministerial Committee. Cost as per interministerial 385.
That's how I have given one.
Okay, no. uh, Now, what is this central share already released? According to you, 2503 lakh, correct?
I have in my affidavit in opposition, I have stated in paragraph number
Six,
6, madam,
yes, 2503 lakh.
25.03 crore. That is 25.03.
2503 lakh, madam, that is 25 crore.
Yes, sir.
Ah. Now, according to Mr. B. Gogoi, there has been a release by the center of 753.27. So according to Mr. Gogoi, central government has released 7.5 crore. While according to the center, para 6, you have released 25 crore. So where is 18 crore?
Madam, I see page number, that I have given this, Tata Malva.
Yeah.
That is the scheme code is one, kindly come to page number 7 of my, past file.
Huh?
Page number 7 of my,
Page 7.
yes, sir.
Yes.
Page number 16, madam, right.
Serial number 16. Yes.
That scheme code is there, 123,
Yes.
is copied in that.
Yes.
And then the name of the scheme is also there.
Yes.
Then finally. Fifth column,
Huh?
fifth column,
Yes. It's
cost of approved under FFA, under this it cost 38.95.
Yeah.
So madam, we have already increased 25.03.
35.1.
38.95 total approved. And we have released, madam, in my, we have already released 25.03.
It is 35.05. That's the share cost of food, 25.03. Where do you get that? Where is 25.03? No, madam, I'm not on that. Okay, the issue is this. In page 6 of your affidavit as a government of India, you have said that central share release is 25 crore.
Yes.
2503 lakh. Now, as per
Yes.
the letter issued by the Deputy Secretary Government of Assam Finance Budget Department, dated 10 June, that means yesterday, the central share was 753 lakh, that means 7.5 lakh, 7.5 crore. So there's a discrepancy. One is says 25 crores. Next page, yeah. You see, one thing I find slightly interesting. This scheme initially was 80-20. Then it became 90-10. 90-10, then it became 80-20. So if the So now, as per, if you have released 262, as per this letter, and as per this, of course, now it's 7.53. If it is 7.53, even if you take it to be, say, 2080, huh? 1 ton. So I think, okay, we'll take it up as two. But there is some figure, there is some mismatch in the figure. I have asked, where I am getting that, whether also get, there is something, uh, right now also it's confusing. And at the end of the day, suffering, the petitions are suffering. Your father? Ah. So have you clarified the 25 crores? So 25 crores has been submitted by the center, correct? Till date. And then now, what is the finance department saying only 7.5 crores? We'll see at two. Are there? Yes. Right? Oh, which friend? Oh, we wanted additional AD because it's a very important thing. What I, it's gonna make us two departments, with an one instruction to put it on the protest using this period, this is the amount. This is the state share, this is the central share, and this is the balance liability that is to be received from the other sector. One report matter that is become, because when, what because we have placed in the 2011 and that report has been found that what is the department. So every matter takes to that particular one of that particular year. And it's a like composite matter, the entire civil matter. But you give a reasonable time before the thing happens. Otherwise, nothing you have to never, you keep on doing this one. So not report, but the exact figure, and that is the report, inspection that not to be done while putting it. Ultimately, liability, whatever is there of the state, it's from the central fund of the state fund, that is and because of so because longer than. That amount will achieve by a certain release of the cost. So you see, right now also, the figures are not matching. That's why I'm saying, the central government figure and your figure not matching. You are saying that only 7 crores have been, 7 crores for Nalbari only or for the entire project? It's for the entire scheme, sir. The scheme. It's all Moricon over. No. It's all different. All districts are there. All districts. So, But their schemes are different here. Different schemes.
Different,
So,
different, you know.
you give bunch of people, you give affidavit. No, you see, now the problem is this. Now I'm getting the, now, if we keep on asking for information, it's going to take years and years. Then they're not going to provide. It's going to be a massive exercise. It appears.
It's a admitted amount as a covered case lodging.
Case by case basis, follow the instruction of fee. So why it has not been paid? That's what I'm saying. Not more question of scheme balance.
No, as per the work order,
What are you? Why?
work orders are there.
Individual government-
So I think best is that you will say that you verify and you pay.
Fine.
A bit,
Time maybe even if it's not complied with.
otherwise, now if we go from 2007 scheme, the amount of money paid, this, that, we're never going to come to a consensus. Because they're all going to be different figures.
Verify and pay.
Yes, sir.
Earlier order was there.
Only thing we'll have to reflect the earlier judgment also.
Yeah, that's fine.
After page, page number, serial number 14. Yes. Page number 14. 8, 12, 13, 14. Yes. Yes.
I'm afraid about the context, not participate in the meeting process. 11.59, that is, or the detail of amount. Paper is there.
So with regard to unauthorized allotment of work, they have been allotted anyway. So for that, they're not entitled to any payment or?
But our direction, separate direction, we are kind of appropriate of some money, but not project-wise or not the project, but they cannot, they have quite a.
No, you see, page 14
Yes, madam.
is a document issued by the Accountant General's Office.
Yes.
Assam.
Yes.
Now it talks of, the first part talks about unauthorized allotment of work pertaining to 78 lakhs. Now my question is, even if it's unauthorized allotment, are they entitled to the money if they have done the work? What is your standard? Or what are you trying to say?
Our responsibility, maybe appropriate, money, madam, the money time to time. And our duty is not to give the context when I don't, at the time, approach the money, but that is our responsibility of the.
Yes, you are to release to the government, to the state government. Correct.
We have given,
But if it is part of the scheme, then you have to give, they will make a requisition to you and you have to pay. Not to the contractor, but to the government.
but what about the state approval?
That's so we're never going to come to an end and because as it is today itself, we have got different amounts mentioned by you, by the state government and by the water resource department. Just a minute. Fine, fine. That's the pages. Last date. In which case? There are so many petitions, which one was it put, I don't. Where, where? Estimated cost of 110 crores. No, and how much money have you given out? Which one? How much have you given out? No, that calculation, I don't understand. That's the problem. Make it simple. Even you cannot understand. That's why you're not telling me the exact figure. If you understand, tell me how much have you paid? No, no, to the contractors, how much has been paid? How much? Where, where do you get that 1297? I know. So it means they've got 10 crores to pay. You see, all the affidavits of the state government say that they have paid their entire share. State share has been paid, central share has not been paid. Now you are appearing for whom? And your water resource department is part of the state government or central government? It's part of the state government. Yes, Mr. Gogoi, what is happening? Your water resource department saying that he has not paid. And then in front of this, instead of asking for information, maybe it's better if we ask them to form a committee. The water resource department, finance and central who? Bahapura board. And let them sit together and verify each and every case. And wherever they come to a finding that yes, out here there is liable to be paid some amount, it should be paid. Otherwise, we are asking for how much money is left, how much money is not left. I'm finding out today that it's going to be a never-ending exercise. Anna, what have you got to say? Yes, I gave you instructions. Yes, yes. There are. Because AG has not allowed some 11 crores, 11.5 crores. Why? And where is that money then? Yes.
The letter of 2019, the executive engineer, water resources department, Oregon. This is the first one is the certificate. The logical planning fee, years, approved outstep, departmental figures, as per book,
It is there, so audit took the figure as the spending.
Yes.
That is the figure, Miller. And of that, amount disallowed is 11 crores plus adjustment. Take your lot to fund. And what has been allowed is 15 crores, 24 lakhs.
Why was this 11 crores not allowed?
That is second page.
Third page.
Third, sorry, third. That is what Madam Gayan placed. Think of. These are the reasons why.
For that, they'll have a different, if they are, if it's not allowed, then, those will have a, they can come again to this.
That what are just like okay, find by we have repeatedly not for instruction and clarification from the state. Can you have that?
Page,
Page 30.
in which, in 1872.
Yes, 1872.
Affidavit of Brahmaputra board.
Lot. Now to the board
And Central government, yes.
There are four, last four line, accordingly it was requested to submit to compliance with for this. On the next page, you'll also find. Reply is still awaiting. Then again. Then again. These are the four letters which will be written by state to the state government for compliance. That's so far as AG is concerned, AG part, this is where I hope that. Only, if you do that now, take the observation.
Okay, so unless this is that, they're not going to say, they're not going to, forward the remaining censorship.
Your part is getting hot.
Not yours, no, I'm not saying, I'm not talking about you as per se. I'm saying basically this paragraph basically states that if this, verification or the query is not answered by the water resource department, the further central care is not going to be provided.
That's the, perhaps that will be required, because four letters which have been annexed in the affidavit, they are repeatedly seeking those information. Start from page 37,
Let me just.
page 37, and so on. But para keep down.
It was requested to submit the compliance of PAG audit observation for less amount disallowed for rupees principal.
Then again.
Basically. So it is the secretariat who has to send it, is it? Additional chief secretary to the additional chief secretary government of the time. Yes,
in the page 30. Page
30,
page 41, paragraph
41, yes.
This is from the Jal Shakti Department of the Commission. Second paragraph. In this regard, it is
Page 40,
41. So,
page 41 is affidavit of the central government.
Yes.
41, okay, okay, out is 47. Ah. Yes,
It is from Jal Shakti Department. So, Jal Shakti Department. Second paragraph. Okay, this regard, it is of our project is pending in the minutes.
yes. What is to be done? Yes, yes, yes. What do you want to say?
Okay, right. Yes, it is our.
Yes, madam. This letter 5/3/2025 has answered your affidavit. Has answered para 4 of your affidavit. The problem is you all don't have copies for the other side. So they are at a loss, what we're talking about. PS first. You want me to open my phone also? That's fifth March. Yes.
I don't have after nine.
Wait, David, we have got some money. I'll give it from my pocket. 50 paisa.
No, no, not this one, madam. They have taken some, data, that they have. Yes.
Two pages of that.
No, no, not one.
Already said. You take out 2, 3 copies, give them to the particular law.
So they have taken, some later, madam. 9/11/2023.
I can understand you passing the phone to one another. But yeah, you say photocopy. We have got time. On. At this rate, they'll never pay you. They can't make the photocopies for you all. So basically the central government wanted some clarification with regard to the withholding of the 11th floor by the state. Okay, now that CAT 11th floor, the reason has been provided by the Water Resource Department to you on 5th March 2025, correct? So now the ball is your court. What is it? Well, you are taking a stand. That the federal check cannot be not being given. And they have not made a reply to them. The why is that? How is it? How is it?
What one should be had, but that I have. One should be talking about the. As per my study, they have looked at 8.9 and then the had already released 25.03 and the balance amount of hours there is 6.13 and 11.59 is the first option. All the tell us about the
Why haven't you paid the full amount?
balance. From our series, but 31.1.
And you 31.16. And how much have you paid?
We have already paid 25%.
So 6 crores is there. Then
Balance.
so pay that. That is for Kopili. What about the others? Other heads are there. So we are not with this case. Today's cases are not only with regard to Kopili, it's with regard to other schemes also. Correct. Then,
And then, for others, the vendor is taking up after by the hand. That is, the instruction of road the system. Only for the public.
all the petitioners, all the petitioners are, their bills are with, in relation to different schemes, correct?
They for tagging the matter with 1870. Up to 50 and
1874.
So, if
It
they
was
have
their prayer to tag
Ah.
matters. Like that,
no,
they filed the affidavit in 1/18/740. So.
because we have record of all the. So I think that it has.
What exception do you take?
Well, because I have only the instruction of copying it. I want you to how much talent I want here and how much we have already paid. Madam. So in regards the other scheme, madam, that those are and some other things they are saying, madam. I think for the whole scheme, madam, how much money have already.
Well,
paid.
you'll take time again the next day.
That is
Go
because of because it's only one step. I'll sit in that top, so that I take the whole stuff up. That is how we all the scheme of those are.
Can you get the central share of the state share and state share, how much state paid you won't know.
Our thing is for 50% of the total.
So that document that you gave me, those are the schemes. How many schemes are there in total?
Total for 70.
17 schemes.
Yes.
So with regard to 17 schemes, it is the issue there. Their work was done sometime maybe 2011, 14, 13. That scheme is a continuing scheme. Is it a continuing scheme or not? There is flood control. It will be a continuing scheme, I think. No, so supposing you get instruction and the instruction says that there's no more money payable by you, then what happens?
So I love my how much talent amount have paid the state government.
That is what, and supposing your instructions come to the effect that there is nothing payable by the central government.
Once your scheme have already paid the talent amount by the 6.1. We have already paid it in 106.
No, I understand it. 106 scheme might be, but in some other scheme,
Some
You-
people have asked me that, about how much they have already kept as far as the secret is, as far as your basis. How much is the our share and how much is the state share, madam, and how much we have already been paid and the remaining balance amount. That is all.
$47. Yes. Yes.
After maybe even before registration, I will not think that complete picture of how many players of the central government and how much balance.
No, but supposing there is no balance payable, supposing, then what happens?
And by the data, all the 80% of the sentence in the kind of. And then what is the state of. But. That's my approval of the. So I think the whole data.
Because, Gopal, then you'll also have to think of, how much have you paid for all the 17 schemes? Correct, they will
But
never,
that's why that before they
oh no, you said 1 week. Week. Yeah, it's like a person going fishing. While he was on the boat, he caught a half feet, 6 inches fish. By the time he stepped ashore, it was 1 feet. By the time he went home, it was 3 feet. And by the time he went and met his friend in the evening, it became, around 10 feet. So, we can't give you too much time. 1 week.
16 to 28 days.
Okay. If you have 1 week, but if you don't give anything, urge the counsel for the petitioner. Ms. A. Gan, PGC, for the Union of India, Mr. B. Gogoi, then additionally, also heard Mr. Yes, who is there? R.N. Das for Water Resource Department. Who else? 3 matters only. Mr. D. Bhattacharya for the Accountant General. That's up. Miss R.K. Talukdar. Mr. R.K. Talukdar appears for, no, who is party? Okay, just say D. Bhattacharya and R.K. Talukdar appears for the, anybody else? Madam, you're there also? Okay, right. Miss A. Gas submit that he will produce the, he will submit a list showing the dues payable. The central share payable, the balance central share payable with regard to each of the 17 schemes by the next day. Mr. B. Gogoi shall also obtain instructions and file and submit a list on the next date as to the exact state share paid by the finance department. Will be by the finance, by the state of Assam, by the state of Assam. In respect of in respect of each of the 17 schemes. What's that? So then what about R and D? You've got no work there. Okay, Mr. R and Das, when counsel for the water resource division submit that. He will also submit a list of the uh, list of the amounts paid, the contractual dues paid in respect of each of the 17 children. And by, and it should be in respect of the thing. The period of the scheme, no. I submit from 2007, submit 2011. What you think? Understand what's happening? Put up. That also obtained respective as to the amount payable by the water resource department. Two contractors as on date, as per their report.
Otherwise, I thought it was such one.
But he says that he wants to separate a separate one. What to do?
One.
Okay, right. There's the piece of us. Cut from the start of that. That's right. In this regard, the who is it together? Finance. The commissioner secretary, finance department, and commissioner secretary, and special chief secretary, what, special chief secretary, and chief engineer, water resource department, or their representatives should hold a joint meeting within, uh, 5 minutes. No, today. No, today is what day?
It's 11.
Today's 11. Okay, hold a meeting on or before. On or before, 18th, 2024, 2025. And make a list, and make a list of the state share paid for each of the 17 schemes. The list will also clarify as to the state share still payable for each of the 17 schemes at the ratio of 100 to 80, 100 to 20%. This is the matter on 20. Okay, this is the matter on, this is the matter on 23rd. 20. Okay, 22. No, 20, they'll take a decision, they'll say that we have not made the minutes for the meeting.
No, they will take it from before the recess, after the.
Okay, don't make it 20, make it 19. Fine, 19, huh? 19, and then this is a matter on 23. Or 24. This is a matter on 24. Better, Tuesday. Okay. I don't know. 23, okay, 23. In case they don't know, please on 20, or 26. Okay. The item 19 to 50. 19 to 50, 71 to 86, 96, 101 to be better. Health department measurement of hospital scheme for further hearing. So, again, we'll have to start again. Then health department. Item number 100 for further hearing. This is the matter of resource for further hearing. Let us clarify this with the actually. Otherwise, again, you'll have to file contempt and what not. Let us be sure whether there is any money still that can be utilized. Otherwise, if they've got no money, then we'll have to take what to. That's all.